right, we're good.
That look cute?
Can you change your face?
Yes, yes.
Just a little bit, that's it.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the Barbershop Launch podcast. It's actually our first episode. What? Perfect. All right. You guys ready? It's very casual, bro.
What did I sign up for? This does not feel casual. I see like 6 people with cameras here.
Comb over. Put it to the side.
Yeah, yeah.
Trim the top a bit, maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit on
tiny
top. Main thing is the size.
Recording? All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Barbershop Launch podcast. Today, we have Ashton. I actually don't know him that well, so this podcast would be really good. I'll actually ask him genuine.
That was a terrible intro, dude. Try again, dude.
No, bro, that's good.
So rough.
No. We're authentic on this podcast, bro. So it's a first take wonder. We don't do fakes over here. So we're actually in fucking Medellin. We're at a fucking mastermind. He's about to speak after lunch. So he's getting a haircut during lunch. I have to hurry up with this cut.
It's either a great idea or a terrible idea, for sure.
Yep. But yeah, today the goal is, barbershop owners are watching this, to give some advice on overall business stuff. We're barbers. We fucking don't know shit about that. So yeah, can you tell me and everyone, please, what exactly you do and kind of your numbers so that they pay attention, hopefully?
Sure.
You can brag on this one.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah,
please
so,
brag.
I started in marketing when I was 16 and actually just worked for this old lady, and that company grew really quickly. When I started, we were working out of a garage. 3 years later, we were doing $2.5 million a month, and we're operating out of a warehouse. And at that time, I didn't know at all what I was doing. I was just this kid that somehow fell into the marketing world. But then sometime later, I started my own company, and we grew really quickly. I launched my first agency in 2020. We went from 0 to $20 million a year in revenue in 4 years. I had 200 employees. And recently I exited that, and now I'm building a marketing platform, as well as I am a part owner in stem cell companies.
What do you mean by your own platform? Like a TikTok?
It's a SaaS platform that essentially will do a company's entire marketing, from ad creation to emails to
Like with
video.
AI?
Yep. Leveraging AI and software automation.
What are you calling it?
It's called Marketer X.
Fire. All right, let's back it up a little bit. You said you were 16 and you started marketing for an old lady?
Yeah.
What does that mean, bro?
She was selling cell phone parts on eBay. Back then, eBay was the big thing. Amazon wasn't really around.
So what was your marketing?
It was kind of a little bit of everything. I only got the job because like 6 months into it, they're thinking they should start a marketing department. And they just gave it to me because I worked there the longest.
Like you were like working there as
I was just a packager. I just packaged orders in the garage.
And you were 16.
I was 16.
So I'm doing 2 on the sides.
2.5, yeah.
Okay.
And so, at that time I didn't know what marketing was, but director sounded awesome, so I said yes. And that was my first job in marketing.
How much did you get paid at the time?
I think at that time I was getting paid 25 grand a year. So, but for a 16-year-old, that was incredible. I thought I was rich.
And you were making them how much?
3 years into it, we were doing about 2.3 million a month in revenue.
Did your pay go up?
Not really, like 32,000.
What the hell?
Yeah, I had no idea what I should have been paid. I was, at that time 18 when I left. So to me, that was still a lot of money for some reason.
All right, let's back it up again. So after that, you were 18. You're getting paid 23? 30,000?
32,000 at
32,000. What was the next step for you?
Well, technically, another company had heard about what I had done at that company because we became like the 3rd largest exporter out of that city, next to Bass Pro and Walmart.
Oh,
and they offered me a director of marketing position for their company. And at that point, I was like, all right, well, let me see if I am actually good. So I went and worked for them and was their director of marketing for like 6 months, and I hated it. And then I left and moved to New Orleans.
Were they like a marketing agency?
No, they sold like fragrances and bags online, and I hated it. I was at this time an 18-year-old kid trying to sell bags and candles to my average customer being like a 72-year-old woman. I had no idea what I was doing. I honestly don't think I did a great job because I didn't understand that market at all.
At least you got a pay raise though.
Web design and did some social media and all the things I tried at the previous company. And mostly I got really bored because we moved so much slower at this company than the first one. I mean, the first one, any idea I had, they were like, try it, why not? And this company was much more calculated.
And you didn't do a good job there? And you left, or you got fired?
It wasn't that I wasn't doing a good job. It was just I really just did not like my work. I felt really bored, and they could tell that I was really bored. And so we kind of had a meeting at one point. It was just like, you don't seem happy at all. I was like, I don't think I am. I think I need to leave. And so I left.
No, I think you got fired, bro. And then what was after that again?
After that company, I actually moved to New Orleans. And at the time, I never wanted to be in business or in marketing. It just happened to be what I did. I actually wanted to be a pastor. And,
really?
Yeah, so I moved to New Orleans and I helped plant a church down there. And did that for a few years, and then moved to Seattle, did the same thing. And then that's when I started to see online business ownership and entrepreneurship and digital marketing starting to become a thing. And so that's around the time I started diving back in.
So you launched an offer on how to become a pastor? Just kidding.
No, not at all.
So what was your first offer?
Well, I mean, at that time, no, I didn't have an offer. I really just started doing marketing for people. And
you just said, yo, let me do your marketing. Pay me X amount.
It's actually a funny story. I came across this company called Traffic and Funnels.
Oh, yeah.
So you know them?
Heard of them, yeah.
Okay, cool. So came across them and started hearing about some of their client success stories. And at that time, I couldn't afford their program, and I didn't have good credit at all. So I just started stalking their clients because I assumed that their clients would just be doing. I was like, I assume their clients are just doing what they tell them. So I started doing that, started watching what they were doing, and started trying to replicate it. And I did that and got my first few clients that way, until eventually Traffic and Funnels actually offered an internship, a free internship. And so I started being an intern for them, worked for free for a few months, and then they hired me eventually.
Oh, fire.
And started my way there. And
how much were you getting paid at this time?
Oh man, not much at all. Maybe $2,500 a month when I started getting paid, and then just worked my way up to be eventually their CMO.
Dang.
And then worked for there until I left in 2020 and started my company.
What's the company called?
Heman. It was called Heman Media Group.
Fire. I guess, okay, now we can relate it to barbering. Right now, what's working for barbers is social media. A lot of this type of content, consultation before and after.
Yep.
Let's say a barbershop hired you to do their marketing. It's like, yo, we're pretty slow. Okay, what's your process on like working with them and getting them results?
Well, I think the biggest thing first off is like getting them comfortable on camera enough to like look cool. And it's a harder one, right? Because it is a skill to be good in front of camera, or just have
so they need to be on camera, is what you're saying?
Their face doesn't actually need to be, but their work does.
Oh, okay.
Right now tattoo artists are doing very similar things, and they're going viral in their areas just because people want to see demonstration. If you're a barber, I want to see your cuts. I want to see some examples of your style. And so I think for barbers, it's how can I do that? And that's if you don't have a budget, which most barbers don't have a big budget, but you can go viral and get a ton of traffic and clients with organic marketing. That's where I'd really focus probably if I was a barber.
And for the back, can I taper it? Like fade it in, or you want squared off?
Whatever you think is looking best, bro.
Taper, bro. Taper.
Cool.
And the sideburns as well.
Cool.
Fade it into a beard. So you double down on content. So let's say they hired you though. So you just like tell them how much content to make and stuff, or coach them on it, or you literally go in there and make content?
Yeah, the best way is probably go in and probably do the shooting for a couple of the cuts, spend a day doing the shooting and show them what you want them to do. And then from there on, they could probably do it themselves. But I think being able to show them, hey, set up the camera here, have this angle, rotate the customer's head this way. This is how you do before, after. Do stuff like that. But I mean, realistically now, especially with AI or different tools out there, they could easily be punching out content all day long because they already have the clients, right?
Yeah, their product is literally the content too.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about Facebook ads? People hear about Facebook ads, Google ads, all that, SEO.
I mean, SEO is definitely a thing, especially when it comes to, Google search and the maps SEO.
Yeah.
That's definitely something you want to be ranking for. Facebook ads, Google ads, I don't know if I would do so much Google ads. Facebook ads could be good if you have great creative. Like if you just put out an ad, that's just like, get your hair cut, $10 off.
Yeah.
It might work for, moms, soccer moms, or people who just don't care. But if you really want to become famous in your area, that's what I think is the bigger thing, is like how good is your creative if you want to be famous.
Makes sense. All right, I guess we can transition back to what's next. What's next in overall marketing? I know you're trying to double down on AI.
Yeah.
You said you're creating this platform.
Yep.
So, what's your plan with that? How are you gonna make that work? How are you gonna make that? What do you think it'll be worth in 10 years?
10 years. I think right now, anyone who predicts what happens in 10 years is kind of an idiot. I mean, yeah, it's just AI is moving exponentially faster than anyone expected. A couple years from now is a big difference.
Yeah.
But in 10 years, right now, the biggest thing with AI, it's not a limitation of AI's ability, it's limitations in hardware. So it's literally like we don't have computers fast enough, or we don't have the energy production high enough to be able to fully leverage what AI can really do.
Are you doing something with that then, or?
Not on the hardware side. I've been focused mostly on software, because right now the software is enough to where, in the next 6 to 8 months, I will have a product that from end to end, a business owner can run all of their marketing from one platform, and AI will
That's
do all
actually
of it.
crazy. Is there a thing already like that or no?
No, not right now.
Sheesh.
There are some things that are tempting that are, Icon AI just raised 9 million or 6 million on their Series A. Peter Thiel backed that one, and they have this AI CMO type of concept. Mm-hmm. But after, I signed up for the product, I think they have a long ways to go.
Oh shit, you literally freaking signed up for it to see your
Oh, of course.
better.
Of course.
Come on, guys. Some free nuggets right there.
I mean, even barbers, right? Like, if you
Yeah.
want to know what a barber is doing, if they're destroying everyone else, become a client. Sign up, see what their welcome series is like, see what kind of automations do they have. Do they send automated emails and texts to try to get the customer back in? How do they greet you at the door? Like, all of this is data, and there's a reason why someone's winning. You just got to figure out what it is. The easiest way to do that is just be a customer.
That's crazy. I asked this question earlier to Corey. To build, let's say you had to build $1 billion business in the barbering industry, how would you do it? How much was your last exit, by the way? Is that public?
It was no, it's not public. I can't really talk about it, but I mean,
Okay, no worries.
it wasn't 8 figures. It was multiple 7.
Okay. So how would you build an actual barber business that you can exit from for 7 figures?
7 figures is, I was about to say, like, $1 billion would be, you're not really a barber company at that point. You're either a product company, a CPG company, or you're a SaaS. But if you're talking about 7 figures, it depends on what you're good at. Mm-hmm. Like for me, for example, I'm great at the content and marketing side. Mm-hmm. And so in my head, I would want to build up a barbershop enough to where lead flow and clientele was never a problem.
Yep.
And then if I can create a solution to where I can go to a barber that I know has skill, they just don't know how to promote themselves or get more clients, but I could provide that, then I would want to create the situation where I could start wrapping up other barbershops. So going to them of, hey, you're a great barber, I can keep your books filled, I can keep you always busy, I want you to still be an owner, keep 30% of your business, I'll take 70%.
Dang.
And we'll split profits.
70%?
Yeah, I'll keep 70%.
How would you like?
I'm going to maintain your current pay. Let's say right now they're making, a barber makes what, 40 grand a year, 45 grand a year? If I could come to them, let's even say 70, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If they make 70 grand a year and I can come to them and I can go, hey, you make 70 grand a year right now, but you're burnt out, you're trying to be a business owner, you're just a barber. How about you just keep being a barber? I'm going to make sure you're always filled and always busy. I'll guarantee you'll continue to make 70 grand a year, but you're also going to keep 30% of this business. I'm going to take 70% and I'm going to make sure you're always filled. And then what I'm going to do is keep doing this to other barbershops. We'll wrap these up and exit in a few years and you'll make another payout.
Dang.
In that situation, everyone wins. It's the exact same model I did with agencies. I go to an agency owner, they're great at marketing, but they're bad at business. I'm good at business. So I go, hey, keep being a marketer. I guarantee you'll keep making what you make. You'll still be an owner, so you're still going to get payout distributions.
So you put that in the clause, like, yo, you always get paid the same?
Yep. Here's your salary. You make 100 grand a year, I'll guarantee you.
What if they stop cutting hair, though?
Well, then obviously they quit.
Oh.
And just like anything else.
No, I mean, like, do they still get paid that salary? Or they still get paid based on their performance, right?
Well, they get paid a salary just like a job, right? But if you don't do a job, you don't get a salary.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. So a lot of it's like commission based. Yeah. So build it up. So how would you get the equity up, like the enterprise value of it? Just.
It's basically off of EBITDA. That's what every business, valuations are at, right? So you would have to get your EBITDA high enough to determine a 7-figure exit. I'm assuming barbershops are probably not that high of an exit. It's probably maybe like 3x. Maybe.
Not even.
Not even? What, 2, 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, right, like that means I'm gonna have to get a barbershop conglomerate, like multiple barbershops together, where the profits at the end of the year equals $1 million.
Sheesh. And then exit. How do you go about exiting then? Did you just post it online or?
Exiting, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can do it through a broker, you can do it through online. You could do it by just approaching other barbershops, right? Because like if I could go to a big chain and I know there's a big chain in my area, and like, look, I own 8 barbershops across this area. You can now own the market if you buy it. And that's probably your best seller, is just another bigger barbershop chain in the area. Especially if you could be the trendy, cool barbershop. If you could be the trendy, cool barbershop, now you're not just selling like, hey, here's this business. I'm selling the coolness, the brand as well, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
That, or if you really build out, you go what a lot of barbershops have, and it's just franchise model. You know, you allow other barbers to use your name, use your branding, but they got to run the business.
Like operators?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now tell me about your brick and mortar business. I've seen that you actually own med spas now?
We have stem cell clinics.
Or stem cell clinics?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So we have 5 different clinics, Miami, New York, LA, Austin, Atlanta. And, there we do
just a tiny bit off the top, right?
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Okay.
There we'll do, facials, hair transplants, stem cell injections, joint injections, things like that. Basically helping with longevity, anti-aging stuff. So
how does your business, how is it set up there? Are you like just a marketer? You don't touch operations at all?
I'm the vice president, so, and more just a partner. I have a marketing team that runs it, and I help oversee them and oversee sales and operate as the vice president.
Sick. How is that? So that's a brick and mortar thing. And from a marketing perspective, how is it different than every other business? Like an agency is like.
Yeah, theirs is very interesting and unique because we don't, while we are service locations, we operate kind of like an online business, meaning we run national paid advertising.
Oh, people fly out.
And people watch, VSL, speak to a salesperson.
What?
Close, and if
that
they close,
crazy.
then they'll schedule the appointment in one of our clinics.
Just because it's a high ticket.
Yeah, it's a very
really
unique model. I think it's why they've done so well. It's just because it's leveraging the tactics and the advantages of online marketing, but it's still a clinic-based business.
That's crazy. We're pretty much done. I wanted you to pitch that solution actually, because hopefully a lot of barbershop owners watch this, and you own this stem cell clinic.
Yeah.
So usually we have clients, they're losing hair, we send them to Turkey.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about stem cells and what it does?
Yeah, so I mean, essentially a stem cell is like the healing cell inside of a body, right? So we're all born with stem cells, and whenever we get hurt, injured, whatever, the stem cells inside of our body are the things that repairs cells, right? So if they're damaged, they're broken, they're what we call dormant, then the stem cell is the thing that goes inside and reactivates those cells or repairs them. And the problem is though that most people around the age of 35, the amount of stem cells your body has falls off a cliff. And this is why, you're not like you used to, right? Like
how come I'm 25, but I'm already losing hair?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons to that. Like some of it is could be hormone levels, some of it could be stress levels. A lot of it is the quality of our food, right? So if you're from the
fucking
United States,
McDonald's, eh?
you know, we have all these plastics, microplastics in our food. We have chemicals in our food. So there's a lot of reasons for this. You know, testosterone is even a bigger one. You know, the average testosterone in like a 25-year-old male now is like equivalent to the amount of testosterone a 65-year-old male would have had in like the 80s.
No way.
Like testosterone in males
This is
is going
facts.
down dramatically.
Holy
yeah.
fuck.
And so the reason for that is now, you're seeing a
food.
lot more men deal with premature balding. You know, a lot more men dealing with erectile dysfunction, gained weight, all this kind of stuff. So stem cells for hair, what it does essentially is like when we inject it into the head, it reactivates those cells in your scalp that produce hair, those hair follicle cells. And so, you know, for us, that's what we're doing a lot in the hair space is, you know, getting it in, getting those follicles turned back on, and allowing people to start regrowing their hair naturally without needing to, fly to Turkey and get, you know, full hair transplant.
Because I've seen my clients go to Turkey, but then they end up losing it again.
Yeah. The reason for that is just, you know, if I try to plant flowers in an unfertilized dirt patch, well, it could still die. And so the whole point of stem cells is to essentially refertilize that scalp, that area, turn on those cells so that whenever you do either start regrowing hair, or let's say you do eventually go get a hair transplant, it's like putting those plants into the fertilized soil.
So this is a way better and long-term solution.
Much better. I mean, we have 10-year guarantees on all of our stuff.
Oh shit. So if it doesn't work, what is it, refund or?
No, we
or
retreat.
just keep doing it?
Yeah,
Oh.
we retreat it for free because, you know, this stuff lasts.
Sick. So close it off. How can they find you? How, if they have more questions, what's the next steps for them?
If you want to learn about me, you can just find me on Instagram, Ashton Shanks, or Facebook, or you know, you're looking for marketing solutions. By the time you're listening to this, probably look up Marketer X and you'll find it.
It's coming out today, bro. Just kidding. Sick. Tune in for more episodes, guys. We're in Medellin right now. Any last words of advice, bro? One more advice for the people, business in general. What? Did you already stop recording? Okay, go. One last advice for the people.
I think if you're a barber or an entrepreneur, the whole point of you building a business was to build a lifestyle that you want. And so I think many of us will get into that with that frame of mind, but very quickly we forget that and we start living as a prisoner to our business. So realize like the whole point of entrepreneurship is to live how you want. So if you don't like the way you're living, design what it is, but then stay focused on it. And don't allow yourself to wake up 5 years from now and just realize that the thing you're chasing after is the thing you don't have anymore.
It's a good one. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next episode. God damn, I'm doing another haircut back here. All the way down to your back. I'm so scared with this clipper. I forgot my trimmers. Sometimes it gets hot, right?
That's fine.
Sometimes this fucking pulls the skin. It's freaking humid. You might have to give it a quick rinse. All the hair sticking to your skin.
It's all good. I'll just take a shower. No.
We're good now.
That was perfect.